day. This is CJ Miller, the host of the Spiritual Artist Podcast. As you know, I like to share my personal stories with you. I'm a little bit out of breath. I just did this painting, but I let some emotion flow through me, and I wanted to talk to you about what I did and why you should use painting as a healing modality. I had a recent experience happen with a close friend, and we had a big argument and a parting of ways, and it was really hard on me. And I woke up last night in the middle of the night and I felt such anguish. Have you ever felt that way? Like just an anguish in your heart, a deep, deep anguish. Now, if you know, and if you've been following my podcast, you know that I've also been dealing with some chronic pain through the last 5 or 6 months in my hips. And what was so amazing is when I woke up in the middle of the night, my pain was so bad in my heart. But I realized something. I didn't feel the pain in my hips. I didn't feel the pain in my hips. And I had this dawning realization that emotional pain can be harder and stronger than physical pain, even chronic physical pain. Don't worry, I'm working with a physical therapist and I'm slowly healing that and getting it better. But what I realized was that emotional pain was so strong, it felt worse than physical pain. Some of you might be saying, duh, Chris, that's obvious. When you go through a divorce or you lose a loved one, it is very painful. But you know, I never really had such a clear-cut connection. That's because I've been dealing with this pain and it's been chronic, never ending for about 5 months. And so when this happened, it was like a wake-up call. And I realized what I wanted to do. What did you think I wanted to do? I wanted to go paint. I wanted to paint that emotion. I was so heartbroken, I just wanted to get it down. And that's what this is behind me. This is the first layer, it's not finished. But I just got my paints out, I got my brayers, and I got everything out, and I just felt it. And I found the saddest song that I know, something that represented how I felt in the situation. And I played it loud and over again. And I just hit that canvas, and I just felt it. What was so amazing is I let that emotion, used it as a tool to be a painter. Do you understand what I'm saying? I let that emotion as a tool go through me. Here's the trick. When we have emotions, we often try to hold them in. We hold them in. In this case, if you paint, you can actually use that emotion to spur on the feeling, to get you, to energize you in front of the canvas, in the studio, in the creativity. Let it do that, but you have to let it flow. Throw your anger down, get a piece of plywood, get a canvas. Let yourself use paint. Don't be cheap. Don't be thrifty with your paint. Oh, I can't use this too much paint. It's so expensive. Just feel it. And you know what happens? Something amazing happens when you let that emotion flow through you. It transmutes. It transmutes. Do you know what that means? It changes its substance. It might start out as fear, anxiety, hurt, loss, betrayal, but slowly, somewhere in that process, and you may be painting for a while, and it may even take a couple days of painting. It may take a couple weeks. Don't worry. It will transmute, and it transmutes into love. Suddenly, you look at what you're doing, and you find spots that you love in it. You find spots that you love in it, and you move through that pain, and you feel better, and you feel at peace. Creativity is a healing modality. I'm really excited. I've talked to a lot of people in the last year about your body and how your body can hold on to emotion. In fact, that's what my physical therapist has told me, is that my hips are probably holding on to trauma or some negative experience. That tightness has been a lifelong pattern that I have to break. I have to learn to relax and move better. I have to hold myself better. I have to learn to breathe better. I'm editing a video right now that's going to go live shortly about the importance of breath. Because breath is just like an emotion. It has to flow through you. So remember this. If you're feeling anxious right now, and everybody is, or frightened or angry or hurt, use art as a tool. Use it to heal you. Use it to bring you back to love. That's the spiritual truth of creativity. It is a way for us to re-engage with the higher power, with creative spirit, and be creative, and step back into love. So I want to thank you for listening to the Spiritual Artist Podcast. Thank you for listening to my little talks occasionally where I have to just get it out and feel it. I just have to feel it and express this and share it. I hope out there someone it helps you. If it does, write it in the comments that what painting does, how it heals you, or perhaps just make a commitment. right now, make a commitment to go into the studio today and do what you need to do to move through anxiety or fear or hurt or even chronic pain. Because I found that when I'm painting, I don't remove the pain, but it's lessened. My focus is on the painting. My focus is on the joy. So I want to thank you for following The Spiritual Artist. Make sure you follow me on the podcast players. But also, if you haven't purchased it yet, you should. My book, The Spiritual Artist, talks about concepts like this and more. It's called The Spiritual Artist. It's on Amazon. It's a great book that tells you how to step into spirit, how to step into love, and use the creative process for healing. Thanks again. Go out there, take a deep breath, feel the emotion, let it transmute through you, and be a spiritual artist. Thanks.